Two blowouts in a row. Is that coincidence or the start of a pattern? Well, the blowout part, probably coincidence, but the quality of the Avs play rising, that feels a little bit like a pattern. Avs win over the San Jose Sharks 6-2.
Alex Newhook!
Oh boy.
Whoa!
Some house cleaning first. Thank you to Ryan. I ended up missing it in the other game on Thursday, but the Avs actually did hit a post in that game, bringing their total post count to 10, and then they hit 2 more in this game to bring it up to 12. So much for that post count evening out, eh? Both of those posts occurred early in the game as the Avs got off to a bit of a slow start here. They did not register a single shot in the first 5 minutes of the game, and the Sharks were the one jumping on top of play and controlling possession to the point where they managed to score first. A quick little give and go between Meier and Couture gets them into the zone, and some good work by Couture to get in and control the puck. He tries to throw it to the center of the ice, and the Avs play good D here. They get a stick on the puck from Landy and head it out towards the blue line. They just get a little bit unlucky as Landy doesn't get enough of it to get it clear of the zone. The Sharks are able to keep it in. A nice pass by Ferraro to find Logan Couture at the hash marks. It's a tough angle, but it's a snap quick pass on a puck that the Avs probably thought was getting out of the zone. Sometimes I feel like I don't give enough credit to the opponents. Yes, this is an Avs-centric show, so I'm going to focus on them, but credit to Logan Couture here. This is just an absolute bomb of a shot. You can't really ask anyone to stop this. That thing is a missile. Look, there is never a time where you want to fall behind. That's never a good thing, but it did present an opportunity for the Avs to prove themselves in a new situation. The way the sausage of this game got made is very different from the blowout of Vancouver the other night. The Avs started slow, they started behind, and they had to prove that they were mentally strong enough to not only stay in the game, but take over it. Thankfully, that's exactly what they did, or this video may have been quite a bit different. But it was easy to see, even when the Avs weren't putting shots on nets, they were still able to create quality plays. Their passing was crisper, their effort level was there, they were winning puck battles, doing the small things that you have to do to win hockey games. As does tend to happen, a bunch of small things make up bigger things. They draw a power play about halfway through the period, maybe a little bit less, and the power play seems to be figuring it out as well as that second unit converts again. I want to show you a little bit extra of this play because Sam Girard is going to take a shot here. He's going to miss that shot. It's not a particularly good shot, but he took a shot. And now that is in the mind of the San Jose Sharks players. Eventually, it comes back around to Girard again, and they have to respect that shot now. He ends up trying to go for a cross pass that doesn't work, but the Avs are able to maintain possession, and they do it again. Once again, first of all, great play by Val Nichushkin to weasel his way out and open up some space there. But again, they open up space for Girard. The Sharks are a little bit stretched thin, giving Girard room to walk into. The Sharks have to respect Girard potentially shooting the puck here. He pulls a man down away from Taves. Taves now only has one man in the shooting lane, one man to beat, and he does exactly that and gets the Avs on the board on the critical power play. Nothing super fancy here, nothing that's going to blow you away, but the Avs defense getting involved on the offensive end of the puck, it's just critical to this team's success. And it was pretty much all up from there. At one point, the shots in the first period were 7-1 in San Jose's favor. The period ended at 12-10 in San Jose's favor. So, still, a period that felt a little bit leaning towards San Jose, but the difference is the Avs were the team that converted their opportunities. First with the power play goal off the second unit, and then at 5-on-5, the second line with this absolute filth. So this play actually starts off with a mess. Kadri gets the puck here and tries to throw one back to the blue line, but it's pretty errant and ends up flying out of the zone. It goes off of a stick. Actually, I was trying to pass it to the center. That's my bad. But the Avs have to reset here. Jack Johnson is the man back with the puck. And you can see San Jose gets a little bit lazy. This puck is only at the red line, and they're kind of half-assing a change here. So Johnson recognizes it, fires it up the opposite side of the ice, away from the benches. This is how you create an odd man rush when a team's trying to get a cheap change in. Move the puck away from the benches, and they're into the zone with numbers. Kadri going up the middle, Val Nichushkin going up the side, and you have Eric Johnson as the third man trailer, with the Sharks just not in the center of the ice. They're coming in off of the bench. Nichushkin, beautiful sauce pass there to hit Kadri. He only has one man to beat, but he beats him. And then Kadri just does things that should be illegal to Adin Hill. I said it last game, I'll say it again here. These are the types of goals that a high-end talented team is capable of. You're not going to get them every night, but you should see them with some regularity. And that's just because the Avs players are good. It's really that simple. The Avs have high-end talent that a lot of teams just can't match. Now, if you told me Val Nichushkin's passing ability would be on that list a couple of years ago, I wouldn't have believed you. But here we are. So the Avs are up 2-1 after the first period. It's not a great period, maybe not even one where the Avs were the better team according to the advanced metrics. But the Avs come out with the lead because they're capitalizing on their chances. On the flip side, San Jose had some grade A chances that they missed in this game. And while the Avs may still have won, we'll never really know. Had San Jose finished at least one very wide open net, instead, the Avs are the ones with the lead, and when they get an opportunity like that, they put the hammer down. This team is starting to figure it out. They're starting to come together and play quality hockey from start to finish, at least as much as a team reasonably can. The second period was Colorado's bread and butter. They outskated the Sharks, they outplayed the Sharks, they outpossessed the Sharks, and it took most of the period to shine through, but eventually it did, and this game was pretty much over by the end of the second. The leader on that front was absolutely Sam Girard. The man is back. Over the last two games, he went from a guy who looked lost to a guy that is at the top of the defense. And part of that is keeping teams honest. Girard registered 4 shots on goal. He had a couple of other shots missed in this game. He's never going to be a high-end goal-scoring threat. We already knew that. But he has to shoot enough to keep teams honest to allow his passing game to flourish. He did both of those things tonight. Yes, he had plenty of shots on goal, and after taking those shots, he sets up teammates for easy ones. You see that happen exactly in the Avs' third goal of the game. Another kind of broken play here, but the Avs stick with it. They don't win the board battle, but the constant pressure, just barely Megna gets a stick on a puck there, which opens up Sam Girard. Girard, patient with the puck, makes that extra move to keep the play alive, and then cuts down the wall. Remember, Sharks are respecting Girard's shot because he is pulling the trigger tonight. So as they're trying to recombobulate themselves, Hertl gets caught out high. Girard recognizes it, not only moves past Jost on this one, who is a threat that is drawing another defender, and then finds the second lane. Newhook also stepping into the open space. Great recognition from both of these guys to find the open man, and Newhook is left with a freebie off of just an unbelievable read from Girard. Newhook gets his first regular season goal. Yeah, I don't think that guy is going anywhere, even if it was a very nice pass from Girard to set him up. Then you kind of have the Avs' secret weapon over the last couple of games in Logan O'Connor. The Avs take a penalty late in the second period at a point where they're up 3-1. Reality is, team manages to kill it. They go into the third period with a 2-goal lead. You're feeling pretty good about the game. Instead, why not go in with a 3-goal lead? This one is just hard work and execution of systems. Avs on the penalty kill. Helm wins the board battle on a dumped-in puck, gets it to Taves in deep. Taves and EJ make their connection so Taves can reverse it to him in an open spot, and then EJ does the smart, simple play, effectively going up the boards and getting it out of the dangerous area, while Helm is circling back to be the help on a play exactly like that. As soon as the puck is up and Logan O'Connor realizes Helm is going to get this puck, he is gone, off to the races, as San Jose has committed 4 players deep to try and win this battle. They've lost it. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Helm doesn't even try to keep up. He knows O'Connor is gone. Makes a great pass right to the stick to make it a breakaway for LOC's speed, and then he goes backhand. Just, again, another filth dunk on Adin Hill. Look, I don't want to overhype a short stretch, but the Logan O'Connor we've seen over the last handful of games is certainly more than a fourth-line player. There's gonna have to be some proof of concept that he can do this consistently, but if his scoring keeps up and he pushes a 30 or more point pace throughout the season, the Avs have an absolute steal of a player that can fit into not just a fourth line, but a third line. I think realistically asking him to play second line for a longer stretch is not going to be possible. But right now, Logan O'Connor looks like an absolute gem. With the 3-goal lead that made the third period fairly routine, the first chunk of it, the Avs kind of just take care of business. Shots ended up pretty even in the period, and you could see the Avs still playing crisp hockey, not sitting back and letting another team back into the game. They do take a bad penalty that the Sharks do end up scoring on, but that's why you score 4, right? I'm not going to fault the Avs too much. This is one of those goals where you probably prevent it by just not taking a bad penalty, realistically. But the Sharks work it over to the far side of the ice, and you're going to see somewhat of a miss switch somewhere along here. You have Darren Helm work in the middle of the ice, Ryan Murray net front, and Jack Johnson also down in deep, with Val Nichushkin working the puck carrier up high. As Nichushkin chases the man down the wall, you see Ryan Murray come out strong and commit towards the puck. Helm is caught somewhat in no man's land. He's not really preventing a whole lot. Maybe the seam pass, I guess, is what he's really covering. I don't think it's his fault, for the record. As Murray comes out, Johnson drifts down to the net front man, which is perfectly fine, but you get both Nichushkin and Murray colliding towards the puck carrier, and no one really takes the passing lane to the hash marks. Somewhere in there, you have to find one of these guys cutting across. Looks like it probably should have been Murray, and he's just a little bit out of position to me. The pass comes through, though, because they're not in the lane, and this one ends up getting finished. Even that goal, the Avs immediately respond to, and I think that is the word of the next couple weeks for the Avs. Respond. These 2 games have been a response to a weak 10-game start. Now they have to keep pushing it inside of games. Respond to pressure. Respond to the situation at hand. Blowouts are great, but you're not going to be able to get to that every single time. Of course, when the other team scores and you score a minute later, that makes your life a lot easier. Hard to see from this angle as a puck goes through, but the Avs get some good fortune here as a stick breaks for the San Jose Sharks, which allows Burakovsky to collect this puck and maintain the zone possession for the Avs. He works it up high. A nice shot from Girard. It doesn't get through. In fact, it ends up hitting off of Landeskog, but when you're hot like Sammy is tonight, the puck bounces right out to Burakovsky. Hill is getting a face full of his own teammate's jersey, so he never sees this one, and Berkey throws it into the net. 9 of the Avs' 12 forwards with a point in this hockey game, and it's Nazem Kadri that is leading the way. A 3-point night here. He is now over a point per game player this season. It's incredible how important he is for this team right now, and despite the issues that he has in the playoffs, he's played super well, and I think the most encouraging part is his game hasn't changed. Yes, he has to watch himself. He can't step over that line, but he's played physical in this season, and his production is there, something that got a little bit lost at the end of the regular season last year. This is the Nazem Kadri that the Avs absolutely need. Sammy G, rewarded for the game, gets the empty net goal to make it a 4-point night for him. Couldn't be more deserved. Seeing him back is huge for the Avs as well. With a rotating cast on defense because no one can stay healthy, looks like they'll be just fine. They have enough guys who can play up, do the thing, and be one of the best defensemen in the league. Now for the bad news, because the Avs cannot go an entire hockey game without an injury. JT Compher left this game with an upper body injury. It's not exactly clear what happened. He did take a check that drew an interference call in the first period. Took a couple more shifts after that where he kind of came up and keeled over and did not look healthy. That is for sure. We'll find out more about that in the next couple of days, I imagine, but it's getting real old, real fast with these injuries. Outside the game, the Avs also claimed Nick Aube-Kubel off of waivers. I'm sure we'll talk more about him on the DNVR Avalanche podcast next week on Monday and Tuesday, so be sure to tune in to that and head on over to the DNVR for all of our Avalanche coverage. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. I am Rudo, and check it out. I got this fancy new camera. It's not set up yet, so, you know, I know I'm a little bit ugly, but pretty soon this cool little camera will be showing me in HD to all of you guys. So look forward to that. I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend.
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with Nate the dog and Gabe the babe. The fun isn't over yet. It is Avalanche time.